When words get stuck and times feels slow, keep your pace steady, let your confidence grow. Pawandeep and Miloš are here to remind patience and practice will 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 ease your mind. So, yeah.
All right.
Hi, Pawandeep, how are you doing?
Hi, Miloš. Hello, viewers. I am doing good. It's been a long week so far, but yeah, I am doing better, I think, with every passing day. Uh, how are you guys? Hope you all are doing great. Hope Milos is also doing well.
Yeah,
So,
I'm doing great. A little bit rainy day in Serbia. How is
okay.
weather in Virginia?
Uh, the weather in Virginia right now is the best weather like during the year. Right now you will just so I am living in Charlottesville. So Charlottesville,
Charlottesville. Yeah.
yeah, Charlottesville is a city that is around 2.5 hours from the beach, and then it's basically on the uh, uh, what do I say? Like the hills. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
right now the weather is really beautiful weather, really beautiful, sunny, but the wind is a bit cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yep.
But your background makes it beautiful. Yeah. Uh,
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
okay,
Yeah.
guys. So today's topic is dealing with variants of stammering over time. That is over course of our lifetime. Um, so as you all know, stammering is not a static disorder. We will have periods where we are fluent, and we will have periods where we are dealing with some crisis that is affecting our speech. It can be consciously, not consciously, so no rules in the game. The only rule is that there are no rules, but we can try to help maybe with our advices you how to deal when the crisis comes. So, Pawandeep, what is your opinion, my friend? Have you experienced the same as me? That you have different periods of time with different variations of speech?
Yes, I totally like agree to you. I think even I have had various stages in my life. So I will say that 95% of my life I have faced this issue. I think now is the best phase of my life in terms of being a fluent speaker because I have right now I am a research scientist. I have just completed my PhD. So I have been now in the sense a leader in my own department or my own group. So the more I am talking, the more I am getting better at it. Uh,
Exactly.
I think what used to happen in the past was that there were times where my speech used to 1 week it used to be really good because I've practiced for 3 or 4 months. So I've reached that level of fluency that I feel good about it. But then again, sometimes what used to happen was that probably due to my lack of maturity, I didn't used to continue that same level of practice. And then again, after 3 or 4 days, it used to become bad again.
But
This has
when you say maturity, what exactly do you mean? Like a
happened.
seriousness in the approach
Yeah.
or something else? What do you mean?
I think not seriousness, but then probably uh, I was not as serious. Yeah. So what I will say is that when I'm saying lack of maturity, I will say that I wasn't focused. I wasn't knowing what I can achieve if I am fluent. So I wasn't as serious to actually achieve a level of fluency, right?
You were
Uh,
more dedicated to other goals, you mean? Or
it's not goals. It's like just so basically a few times like when your friends will call you, but you
Mhm.
have a dedicated time to actually do your practice, at least that half an hour of practice. But then you will just leave it for your friends to go there. Of course, meeting people outside is also important, but then to actually tell them that like you will have to do this first and then you can go and meet them, that was what was lacking in me. I wasn't
Mm.
thinking about myself, or more than myself, my own speech all the time. Like, how can I continue that level of fluency? So I lost that touch, because in your friends, when you go out, you then speak loudly, you are not following a certain way of talking. So
Yeah.
you didn't lose that touch. So that is just one scenario that I'm saying. There were other moments when during my life, like I am still young, guys, but then during my during my past,
Maybe younger than me.
no. Uh, but what used to happen was that there have been various phases in my life where I have been under tremendous stress in terms of getting a job or passing some
Mm.
test, some exam,
Mm.
or even though I may not be having that stress from my family that you will have to do this, due to my speech deficiencies in the past, I put myself under that much of pressure, which used to put me under stress. And as you know, speech, being fluent, being confident, is actually associated with you being calm. And stress and calm is not the same thing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
and
They are opposed to each other.
opposed. And I hope, I don't hope, but I think that even you had the same experiences, Miloš.
Yeah, there are times where I would put basically everybody and also everything before my speech and before my working on my speech. Okay, I cannot do practice. I have to finish some programming task. I cannot do practice. I'm tired. I feel exhausted, or someone is calling me for some reason. Um, and yeah, I think world is rushing us too much,
Yes.
and sometimes we, due to maturity and lack of focus, let's say lack of focus, we do not give ourselves a chance to grow, but we give to uh, we give to everyone else, and also everything else a chance uh, to grow. But
So
I
then,
am. Mhm.
Miloš, like you you have been facing this, as you have mentioned, to all the viewers also, and I do actually speak to you also.
Mm.
So you have mentioned to me a lot also that There have been times where you might not be under stress, but then still this has happened. So, what is your way to get out of it? I'm not talking about following a certain
Mhm.
method. What I want to tell the viewers with your experience is that apart from following the speech fluency methods, what is that aspect that they have to follow in order to get back to a fluent level again?
Uh, they have to dedicate their time to practicing speech technique that works best for them. Also, I think that live contact with speech therapist, and I do know what you think about speech therapists, but I don't view them so badly. Uh, I think that that support where a professional is working with you really means a lot to me, and it has always dig me up of that grave, let's say, where
But
I
then,
am
but then do you,
totally, yeah.
but then when you talk about a speech therapist, tell me honestly, do you always require their help? The reason that I'm asking you this is that you have been to a speech therapist
Mhm.
many times, right?
Yeah.
Then you know how you have come out of that problem in the past. Do you use that same technique? And what I will ask you is that what is that technique or what is that way that you actually practice or follow?
Uh, well, those are good questions. Yeah, when you say you have been to the speech therapist a lot of time, it reminds me of a definition of craziness, like doing the same thing over and over, but expecting different results. But it's not due to that. I'm not, how can I say, to not discourage our viewers. I'm not expecting for them to resolve my problem completely, but at that time, when I'm dealing with that, I need that also extra support for them to deal with me one-on-one to see my progress, because when I'm doing the speech therapy on my own, I don't have that return feedback. The only feedback I have is with myself. So I cherish their professional assistants and them following the results. Um, so
Does like does going to a speech therapist again more of a psychological help than actually practice help?
well, not actually, because it has happened to me a lot of time that
Uh-huh.
I discover a new speech exercise that I didn't know before, and that I can apply in my daily uh,
Life basically?
performing, not
Okay.
life, but performing of the speech exercises. I can include them in my library, let's say, and I can reuse them. And I think that it makes me richer. Uh, those are the tools that people with stammering can use, right? So um, I yeah I I cherish I
I
cherish what they
would
have to
like to
offer. Yeah.
I would like to take this opportunity, I think, now. I think that viewers, I think that we are getting into Miloš's life and speech. So I think that we should do a one-on-one with Miloš probably next week.
Yeah.
And I think that I will be the host, and then I will be asking our friend whom you all know really well to actually share his life's experiences. And I promise you, now I think that we can have a podcast with Miloš next week. So, guys,
Yeah, let's do it, and I can do the interview with you, vice versa, to tell your life story. I think that we all have some detail to share that might help a viewer that is struggling right now with their speech. I definitely think it's a healthcare issue again. The guest that we will have soon, Nina G, and I think a lot of Americans that have a stammer view a stammer in the subgroup of disability. I don't know how much I agree with that, but
yeah, it's not even I will not put it into a disability, because disability is something that the person will not be able to recover from, in my opinion. Disability is something who is blind and will not be able to regain the sight. Disability is something who has lost a limb and they
yeah.
are not able to regain it. But luckily, and in this way, we are lucky that we
Mm,
can actually
thanks
regain
to
the
God.
fluency,
Praise be
and
to God.
yes, we are actually able to regain the confidence and then the fluency in speech if we really put our mind to it.
Mm-hmm.
And we have actually seen various examples in the past in the world that people who are really successful have actually overcome their stammering. So I will not put it in the disability grade, I think.
Me as well.
And
I think it wouldn't uh, be fair to person that are dealing with real disabilities. We can improve this. It is a healthcare issue since it's a pathological state. It's
yeah,
a pathological speech state, a
yeah,
disfluency. So, um,
I think it's more like it's just my opinion, okay? I think
mhm,
it's just a bit of psychological help required. Psychology makes, if you get a person who gives you that psychological confidence and that psychological boost, I think you can actually work your way towards a level of fluency. And I have experienced that personally, I think.
mhm.
Though I haven't gone to a psychologist myself, but yeah, I can maybe share my life's experiences of
Yeah.
how psychological help, not only from a dedicated psychologist, but from your near ones or from your friends, how their psychological support actually helps you to become a really good speaker.
One word can bring you up to the sky, and it can bring you down. So all help, and like our last um, guest Naga said, uh, all support, especially of parents, is really needed. Usually, in my case, my parents, and I love them very much. If they viewed the video, they will say that it's true and it's nothing against them personally, but I think it's a mentality of many parents is that they don't accept that a child has a stammering issue.
I think there
Yeah.
was a lack of, I think even 10 years ago, and then moving on towards the past, I think there was a lack of social media, and there was a
Awareness generally, yeah.
lack of, because right now, even in your mobile phone, you can just watch some video. It has become so easy. If you compare, of course, it's not right to compare different generations, but if you just compare the parents of current generation kids to our time, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
think our parents then uh, were the same as the parents are right now. The only difference is that the knowledge has become so easy on your hand. Whenever you want to, if your child is stuttering or stammering, a parent can just search on the phone.
But
And
even now,
yeah,
people are encouraged too much that they have an information so close to them that maybe delay it for some other day or some other time,
because
and yeah.
because they are actually uh, because they just feel that this is not a problem,
Yeah.
where it is a problem with the child, of how the child will be developed. Actually, parents think that my child is similar to people who do not have this problem. Of course, your child is similar to the other kids, but the child needs that extra support. That's it. If the
But like
child doesn't
maybe
get the support,
maybe the biggest support for me is the sentence that uh, nothing is new under the sun, nothing is new. So whatever guys you are facing with or stepping it, you are not alone. There is always the exit possible for you to go through the situation. So the exit can be contact to psychologist or speech therapist, but I think a good speech therapist is also a good psychological therapist
yeah.
as well, or they should be. Uh,
All
so
right. I think
yeah,
that, yeah, I think that today's session was pretty good. So let's do something special next week. So guys, I will at least promise to you all that next week we will be calling Milos, and
mm,
then Milos will be sharing
agreed.
his life's speech related experiences with you all.
We can do
So
that. We can do that.
yeah, so guys, stay tuned to our channel. Keep on watching it. Unblock Your Stutter Podcast. Uh, we are bringing in some very special guests over all of all of the next few weeks also. So please do watch, like, subscribe, and share.
And
Thank you.
share it to madness. Share it as many times as you can. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys. Take care. Bye, bye.